I don't know about you, but I feel a lot better. Beating The Rock and regaining the WWE title just feels right, doesn't it? Unfortunately, there's still one more stop on the 2013 Redemption Tour. After my WrestleMania 29 loss to The Undertaker, I took a few months off to heal. Paul Heyman saw this as something vindictive. He took my absence as betrayal, and before I knew it, I was being attacked by his old pal, Brock Lesnar. Brock got involved in business that wasn't his, and I knew a match with no disqualifications was my best shot to even the odds. I would have walked away with the win, but I couldn't resist getting my hands on Heyman, which gave Brock the opening he needed.
Brock Lesnar has beaten CM Punk.
It was a brutal encounter, but if you keep your eye on the prize, you'll avoid taking a trip to Suplex City. Dish out some punishment to Paul if you get the chance, but walking out of SummerSlam 2013 with the win is the main goal. Don't make the same mistake I did.
The Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar, ready to face down Punk.
Bang coming to the ring by Paul Heyman from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 286 pounds, Brock Lesnar!
Flanked by his devious representative Paul Heyman, the Beast incarnate is a three-time WWE champion, a 2000 college champion, a former MMA champion. We talked about this earlier tonight, Corey. You believe no disqualification will firmly favor Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar defeated one of the greatest MMA stars of all time in the octagon. He defeated one of the biggest sports entertainment stars of all time, Triple H, inside a steel cage. So yeah, I believe no holds barred favors the Beast.
Heyman staring intently at his moneymaker. Remember, Heyman tossed Punk to the curb when CM Punk told him, "I don't want you in my business, but I want to remain friends." As soon as Punk couldn't make Heyman money, Heyman said, "See you, bye."
Well, that's just business.
Well, to Punk, it was personal. Gentlemen, it is time.
Yeah, but whose time is it, Wade?
Well, we're about to find out, because this is one of the most highly anticipated matches that I can remember in the history of WWE.
This is one of those matches, guys, where you're just proud to be here to watch it.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
You know, CM Punk, when you see him in the locker room, he's always that guy that likes to joke around. He's always loose. He's always ready to go. But today, there was a different feeling around CM Punk. The intensity was there. CM Punk was completely focused throughout the entire day because he realizes he's headed into a fight. A no disqualification fight tonight against Lesnar, a man who outweighs him by 50 pounds.
CM Punk almost defeated the undefeatable The Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania, but this could be the biggest fight of CM Punk's life.
And let's not forget the list of injuries Brock Lesnar has given to CM Punk over the last month. He put 4 stitches into the chin of CM Punk. He caused rib injuries, a knee injury, an ankle injury as well. Brock Lesnar just feeding on Punk in recent weeks.
Not kicking out next time.
Saw it coming. It counters it.
Caught with a low blow.
And remember, guys, this is the no disqualification match. Punk looking to put it away with a GTS to Lesnar. Lesnar's down. Cover by Punk. And Heyman now gets involved. Remember, no disqualification. listen.
Well, Heyman's already betrayed Punk once recently. Now he does it again, breaking up a sure victory for CM Punk, and now Punk has lost the plot.
Heyman looks like he's about to soil himself. It's about self-preservation for Heyman.
Self-preservation is easy when you have the Beast incarnate backing you up.
Went for the F5, but what a counter by Punk into a DDT. Cover now for the win over Lesnar and a kick
A
out.
late kick out, and Paul Heyman can't believe it, but now straight into the Anaconda Vice grip.
Punk squeezing with all of his might, trying to put down the Beast. And Heyman again.
Well, just when it looked like a tap-out was imminent from Brock Lesnar, Heyman involved in proceedings and gets peppered with a shot from CM Punk.
And Punk now finally taking his frustrations out on Heyman with the Anaconda Vice in front of the chair.
Well, Paul Heyman paying dividends right there for Brock Lesnar, the distraction enough to give the Beast the impetus to take control once again with that chair.
Not done yet.
Lesnar won't be done until Punk is completely destroyed.
And it looks like that moment is imminent, Corey.
Punk up on Lesnar's shoulders. Brock Lesnar marching around the ring. Oh, it delivers an F5 out of the chair. Can pin on CM Punk. Oh, and he kicked out at two.
After everything we've seen tonight, he must be using the reserve tanks at this point. Barbaric clubbing blow.
What a punch.
Going blow for blow, each one getting stiffer. No end in sight to this exchange.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this. You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Boom.
Oh! The willpower, the sheer guts of these two.
Oh, looks like we got ourselves a hockey fight. And just like that, the scales are imbalanced.
Not looking good in this position.
Down with a GTS. Lesnar could not avoid the big shot.
Into the cover. What does it take to keep this monster down?
Somehow able to kick out before a 2 count. How is he still going like this?
And Brock puts a stop to that.
Into the barricade with such force.
Driven into the barricade.
That was a vicious landing. I don't think there's any coming back from that.
Uranagi by Punk. He turns it into the Anaconda Vice. You can tell that's locked in deep.
Every second for him is agonizing pain.
He's forced to tap out. No other choice.
The winner of this match, CM Punk!
What a moment for CM Punk, proving proving the doubters, proving Paul Heyman wrong. On his own, with no one backing him up, CM Punk is still the best in the world.
Not even a beast can stand in his way. Defeating Lesnar, showing up Heyman. This is the ultimate moment of vindication for CM Punk. Enjoy it, Punk.
When I returned to WWE, I knew not everyone was going to be thrilled. Drew McIntyre made it clear to everyone watching that he was one of those people with an axe to grind. I don't know, maybe it's jealousy that I could be gone for over a decade and still have fans talking about me while he was on top. But then at the 2024 Royal Rumble, Drew nearly took it all away when his Future Shock DDT tore my tricep. So instead of competing at WrestleMania, I had to sit and watch. But I still managed to get involved.
Punk just dropped McIntyre on the table.
And then again at Clash in the Castle.
Oh my God! The balls of CM Punk!
And then again at Money in the Bank, ruining Drew's cash-in.
Punk with the title to the face of McIntyre!
Good times. But I was finally cleared to return to action shortly after, and now we could finally settle things in the ring. SummerSlam saw him victorious after some truly atrocious officiating from Seth Rollins, but I'd get my payback at Bash in Berlin when I beat him in a grueling strap match. That put the series at 1-1, with both of us looking to attack the other whenever possible. Now this chaos led to one feasible outcome. It was time for us to go to hell in a cell. Beating Drew at Hell in a Cell was brutal, exhausting, and probably took years off of my life. But getting my arm raised was all worth it. Let's go back to that night. Bad Blood 2024. Get Drew in the cell, and let's show him that you can say whatever you want to about me, but when you bring a man's dog into things, that's a line you do not cross.
Drew McIntyre steps inside Hell for the third time in his career.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 275 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
He's yet to win this matchup. Most notably, he lost the WWE Championship to Randy Orton in the cell 4 years ago. Tonight, Drew McIntyre hopes to end that losing streak and CM Punk's career. You know, Corey, another interesting statistic. Drew McIntyre made his premium live event debut 15 years and 1 day ago. Ironically, in the Hell in a Cell premium live event. Oh, how Drew McIntyre has come so far from that day.
It has been a complete transformation since those days. This is a vengeful Scottish psychopath before us now, and I don't think anyone has given reason for Drew's wrath more than CM Punk.
It was 27 years ago to the day in St. Louis when the Hell in a Cell structure first surrounded the ring. The Undertaker faced Shawn Michaels in an epic battle. Since that night, Hell in a Cell has made history.
It's made history while simultaneously tearing flesh, shattering bodies, ending careers, and altering lives.
You can see by the look in McIntyre's eyes, he has one mission here tonight: to end CM Punk for good.
CM Punk in his career is 2-2 in Hell in a Cell matches, but this is his first time in the cell in nearly 11 years. Right here in Atlanta, CM Punk actually had a Hell in a Cell match and walked out victorious.
Yeah, but with all the disdain between Punk and McIntyre, I will be surprised to see anybody walking out of this structure in one piece tonight.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And there's really no room to mince words. These men want to end each other's careers. They want to maim each other. They want to send each other to the hospital.
Well, if sending your opponent to the emergency room is the prime objective, I can't think of a more suitable setting. Punk has to tap into that side of himself tonight if he wants to walk out of the cell, or out of Atlanta at all. He said that Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
McIntyre said earlier, this is not going to be a classic. This is not going to be cinema. This is going to be mutually assured destruction. And you know McIntyre loves the challenge, but he better not let his opponent hang around for too long. Punk missed with a wrench and a low blow by McIntyre.
And remember, that is completely legal. It is distasteful, but it's highly effective, and all the wind knocked out of Punk's sails.
Who cares about being tasteful when you're locked inside of Hell in a Cell, Wade? Drew McIntyre came here to destroy Punk once and for all.
And now McIntyre going to introduce the steel steps into this matchup. The Scottish Warrior, this Terminator, just destroying Punk.
Well, you wanted hell, Punk? You're getting hell. You are locked in there, no escape, and your demise may be imminent.
Punk trying to summon the will to continue, and what does McIntyre have inside of that little bag, gentlemen?
I can only imagine what this sicko has in mind.
The Scottish psychopath cooking up something dastardly, no doubt.
Oh my God, the disrespect.
Adding insult to injury.
Those are the beads of Punk's bracelet.
We're the beads of Punk's bracelet. And McIntyre now looking to just finally put Punk away. No!
McIntyre might have just broken his back.
Oh God, the sharp edge of that steel digging in to the lower back of McIntyre, who may be crippled. And now with the upper hand is CM Punk.
This is one of the most brutal matches I've ever witnessed inside Hell in a Cell.
Punk trying to shove those beads down McIntyre's throat. Here it comes, the end.
GTS connects. Cover off the go to sleep by Punk. And he got him. What a win, what a match.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
CM Punk earned this victory.
Such a drawn-out, heated rivalry, but finally conquering McIntyre is CM Punk.
For as clear as Drew made it that he was not happy to have me back, it was nothing in comparison to the noise generated about me by the constant thorn in my side, Seth.
Enjoy the show.
Much like Drew, Rollins had a bit of a tantrum when I walked through that curtain at Survivor Series after nearly 10 years away from WWE. I knew we were on a collision course. After Hell in a Cell, I took a little time to heal. Once I felt good, a special request from Paul Heyman led me to joining the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series to help Roman Reigns in his quest to dismantle the new Bloodline. Once that was settled, I focused solely on Seth. We were set to battle at the first Raw of 2025, and after waiting a decade for this opportunity, I certainly wasn't going to let anything go wrong. So let's go back to January 2025, the start of a new era, and beat Seth Rollins in front of the entire world.
Seth freaking Rollins as motivated as we've ever seen him. This is personal.
The people are singing Rollins' song. This is Rollins' battle cry as he heads to war with CM Punk.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
Ladies and gentlemen, over 20 years ago, Seth Rollins got in a car and drove from Iowa to the East Coast to try out for CM Punk's training school. He redefined himself in his craft. Rollins and Punk would reunite briefly in NXT, and then the Shield would become mercenaries for Punk. And Punk would leave WWE for personal and professional reasons. Talk negatively about WWE, while Rollins carried WWE on his back for a decade. CM Punk would return to WWE 14 months ago to huge fanfare, the support of the fans and many in the back, and that didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight. Seth freaking Rollins versus a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk.
And this capacity crowd just exploded. They know exactly what time it is.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And this is CM Punk's first singles match since October, since that brutal Hell in a Cell match against Drew McIntyre. It's Punk's first match on Monday Night Raw, period, since 2014.
Seth Rollins prides himself on being the absolute workhorse of WWE. You have to imagine he sees that as a point in his favor here, a clear advantage he has over Punk.
CM Punk and Seth Rollins, two men who are completely beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent, their work ethic, and their passion and drive.
But as similar as they are in those respects, where they have diverged has become a point of contention between both of them, which has brought us to this point in the main event of a historic Monday Night Raw.
And CM Punk to Rollins off the crossbody. Rollins, though, able to roll through.
Just amazing power and timing from Seth Rollins. We've seen it throughout his career, and now catching CM Punk with a GTS. Punk rather fortuitously rolling all the way to the outside to safety, although in hot pursuit now, Seth Rollins.
And Rollins limping around the ring, favoring his leg. And now just mocking and having his way with Punk.
Rollins has waited for this moment for far, far too long. This victory is going to be one of the sweet... Wait a minute!
Oh my goodness! Cover! Isn't it up? And a kick out!
While catching Seth Rollins with his own stomp and coming within a millisecond of victory here.
And Punk not done yet. Pounding away on Rollins. Frustration setting in.
I mean, years of bad blood and verbal jousts between these two are about to come to a head.
Seth able to counter GTS, looking to deliver one of his own.
Oh, and he connected.
And Punk kicks out.
He may not have too much left, but at least he had enough to kick out there. Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here. Go to sleep. That could end Rollins right now.
CM Punk, a familiar look on his face. Seth Rollins, no idea what's in store for him.
What a display of strength here. Go to sleep. GTS from Punk.
Going back to the well once again.
2. Punk wins. Punk beats Rollins.
Here is your winner, Punk!
What a fight, what a night, and what a win. CM Punk once again showing why he is indeed the best in the world.
This truly was a battle between two men at the absolute top of the mountain when it comes to professional wrestling. This really could have gone either way a number of times, but in the end, Punk had Rollins' number.
Yeah, but don't think this is over for Rollins. If anything, this result is only going to enrage him even more, set him off even more on his self-imposed crusade against CM Punk.
WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be the culmination of all those years of hard work. After all the ups and downs, all roads pointed to the one location I'd always dreamed of, the main event of WrestleMania. My victories over Drew and Seth had shown that I was still at the top of my game. After I eliminated both Roman and Rollins at the 2025 Royal Rumble, I soon found myself tossed over and thrown to the floor. And that allowed Rollins to release all his frustrations, taking Roman out with a stomp, attacking me, and punctuating the whole mess with another stomp on Roman. So when Heyman announced that the three of us would meet in the main event of the first night of WrestleMania 41, that's when I struck. I used my earned favor from Survivor Series to request Heyman be in my corner that night. This infuriated Roman Reigns, who would not listen to reason, insistent that Heyman had turned his back on his tribal chief. And in all the madness, Roman and I both lost sight. We never thought that night would end the way it did.
Oh, no!
Heyman betraying both of us.
Oh, my God! What the hell did we just witness?
I can't think of a better candidate for slingshot tech to address. It took my whole career to get to that main event. So let's go back to WrestleMania 41 and get me the win that I was well on my way to earning. Let's destroy the architect's plans. Let's show the Oracle that he doesn't see all. And let's force Roman Reigns to acknowledge us.
Here comes Seth freaking Rollins.
The visionary and the revolutionary of WWE.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking
Officially the coolest entrance living every man's dream, Seth freaking Rollins.
Las Vegas serenading Seth freaking Rollins.
You guys remember what happened 10 years ago up in California, the Bay Area? Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank in the heist of the century at WrestleMania.
An iconic call for an iconic performance. Seth needs another one of those iconic moments this evening against two of the best this industry has ever seen.
A 14th appearance in WrestleMania, the third time he's been in the main event.
Come to WrestleMania for the wrestling, but stay for the karaoke. We've got a bit of everything tonight here in Vegas.
The OTC has arrived in Sin City.
From Pensacola, Florida, 1,365 pounds, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
For a record 10th time, Roman Reigns will main event WrestleMania.
A titan of this industry marching to the ring with his signature celestial swagger, the epitome of ice-cold, effortless cool.
Roman Reigns with a record of 9-3 at WrestleMania. Guys, there are only a handful of men in history with more wins than Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Three of those men are The Undertaker, John Cena, and the Game Triple H.
Pressure? What pressure? It's only the main event of WrestleMania. But this is a road Roman Reigns has taken many times before.
This man has a locker at the main event of WrestleMania. This is where Roman Reigns lives.
A lot of questions this week about who would carry the Ulafala to the ring. Paul Heyman would normally do that. Tonight, Roman Reigns come to the ring with the Ulafala on his neck himself. And for the first time in many, many years, Roman Reigns heads into battle alone.
The Ulafala symbolizes the head of the family. And when you talk about Roman Reigns' family, you're talking about one of the most successful and powerful families in the history of wrestling. Tens of thousands of ones to the sky here in Las Vegas.
The Anoa'i family dominance continuing here at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns in a triple threat match for pride and glory. Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is in the main event of WrestleMania.
It has to be a surreal moment for CM Punk.
Accompanied to the ring by WWE Hall of Famer, the Wise Man, Paul Heyman, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins look thoroughly disgusted over the fact that Paul Heyman walked down to the ring with the Second City Saint. It is CM Punk's first WrestleMania match in 12 years. Remember, he missed last year's WrestleMania with a torn triceps, and this year he goes into triple threat action with Reigns and Rollins, two men that he cannot stand. Triple threat rules. The first man to gain pinfall or submission will win this match. There are no countouts, no disqualifications. He's won championships, he's made friends, he's made enemies. Tonight is CM Punk's night. Tonight is CM Punk's main event.
The pressure has always been CM Punk's playground. The fire has always been burning, and his only addiction is wrestling.
And now Punk, kick to the midsection of Reigns. Rollins trying to crawl back into this as well.
Rollins trying to prevent that GTS on Reigns, but he's about to eat one himself.
Oh, bang! Spear! Stomp! Everybody down!
Oh, what a moment of chaos in this match. If any man here can get a cover, it could be victory, but wait up. Lurking is Paul Heyman with a steel chair.
And no shocker here, handing the chair to his friend, CM Punk. And this, guys, this could be the ultimate betrayal of Roman Reigns.
Oh, Heyman went for a low blow, but caught by CM Punk.
What the hell is Heyman thinking?
And now Punk with a roundhouse kick to Reigns.
Well, Heyman tried to stab his man, CM Punk, in the back, but was denied. But now Rollins with a low blow of his own on Punk. What the hell is going on?
And now Heyman handing the chair to Rollins. What the hell? Oh, no!
The devil's work is afoot tonight.
Plan B all over again. Rollins with a head of steam. Big air. Stop! Now Rollins needs to end this.
Looking for the pin.
Amazing! You cannot kill CM Punk.
There. No, that's not right. Somebody do something about that.
Look out. The stomp connects. That could finish off Rollins.
Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, go to sleep. Is it enough for Punk?
CM Punk ready to end things.
Punk's had enough. He's He just things around.
Trying for the double underarm hook.
Backdrop. Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here.
The go to sleep GTS for Punk.
That could finish off Roman.
There's two. Somehow he kicked out. Here he goes. Both arms hooked. Pedigree. And he comes in under the ropes now.
Roman, spear! Spear! Seth Rollins has never been known to lay down for Punk. He saw that one.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
The go to sleep GTS from Punk.
That has Roman counting the cover.
Punk has beaten the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here
A moment of pure vindication here for CM Punk.
This was a lifetime in the making, and it couldn't have been any harder earned. Punk had to get through Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to finally taste a main event victory here at WrestleMania.
But now he's done it. The Second City Saint is victorious at the Showcase of the Immortals.
Now that's more like it. Standing triumphant at WrestleMania 41 thanks to you. Something I really like about this slingshot technology is I'm not restricted to only my matches. I have the power to jump into the boots of other superstars and change the course of their career too. And I can think of no better choice than the main event of 1997 Survivor Series. That's right, the infamous night that saw Bret Hart defend his championship against Shawn Michaels. They had so many epic battles, but after a particularly painful loss to Michaels at WrestleMania 12, Bret would take a sabbatical from WWE, eventually returning late in 1996. By the spring of 1997, things were much different than WWE. Bret and his family had reformed a bigger and better Hart Foundation, while Shawn and his friends created DX.
Are you ready?
The two groups despised each other, and after months of chaos, it all led to Survivor Series. And it was on that night that Shawn would steal the championship and send Bret Hart packing to WCW in an event known as the Montreal Screwjob. It's no secret that I'm a Bret Hart fan, and I consider him one of the greatest of all time. So let's hop into Bret's boots and take on Shawn Michaels in his prime, something I never got to do. The plan is simple. Avoid the sharpshooter, and we'll be okay. But if Shawn can apply the hold, we know exactly what is going to happen. Slingshot Tech, take us to the 1997 Survivor Series in Montreal.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Possibly the two biggest egos in all of wrestling history are about to collide here tonight.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the WWE European Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
How many times have we heard Shawn Michaels say, "I won't lay down for anybody"? And how many times have we heard Bret say, he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be? It is put up or shut up time for both men.
Well, Shawn Michaels certainly not endearing himself to the fans here in Canada.
Well, HBK is arrogant, but he is the greatest athlete in the history of World Wrestling Entertainment, bar none.
I'd like to see you tell Bret Hart that. You can feel the electricity.
His opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart!
And what an ovation for the 21-year veteran who debuted at the age of 19 in 1976 in Calgary.
Shawn Michaels would not allow D-Generation X to accompany him to the ring tonight, and likewise, Bret Hart would not allow the Hart Foundation to accompany him either.
You know, this is not about the money. This might not even be about the title.
These two men truly believe in their hearts that they are the better man.
Ah, come on, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. This is all about power. You know it, and I know it.
The WWE Championship, one of the most highly contested titles in the world of professional wrestling. And Brett off the top rope and the referee knocked down, guys.
Well, took down Shawn Michaels, but accidentally took down the ref in the process. And at this point, all bets are off.
Michaels to the eyes of the Hitman. Shawn taking advantage of the referee's state at the moment. But what is HBK thinking now? Oh,
and now looking for a sharpshooter. Bret Hart's own move. Shawn Michaels trying to turn him on his belly.
And the referee dropped once again as Bret kicked Michaels away.
And another ref's in.
What is going on here?
I guess we're not going to get a screw job tonight, Wade.
What a counter.
Pile driver on its way.
Spiked. Sit out. Pile driver.
Call it academic. That's just the way it goes.
Disheartening position for HBK.
The Hitman now, he's got all the time in the world to rock it in. There it is, sharpshooter.
After everything he's been through, will he give in right now? Will his body give up?
This hold has him going through hell. Does he have anything left?
Bret retains the title.
Here is your winner and still WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
You can feel the uncertainty in the air already.
Yeah, who knows what Bret is going to do now?
A lot of questions still unanswered here.
Feels good to execute some long overdue showcase justice. Now, I'd like to switch gears, indulge myself a little, and use this technology to go up against 3 WWE legends that I've dreamed of competing against in a WWE ring. First up is a trip to the land of the extreme, ECW. When I first made it to WWE, I started on their ECW brand, but I always wondered how I do in the original ECW. Who would I face, you ask? Who is CM Punk's dream ECW opponent? Well, you know me, I aim high. And if I went to ECW and didn't call out the king of the deathmatch, the hardcore icon, if I didn't call out Cactus Jack to show me what extreme truly means, then what am I even doing here? The most violent of Mick Foley's alter egos, Cactus Jack tormented foes in the United States, Puerto Rico, Japan, basically anywhere that had glass, barbed wire, and fire was a place he wanted to compete. But I'd want my match to be at Hardcore Heaven 1994, a show made famous when the fans threw so many chairs into the ring it covered both Cactus and Terry Funk as well.
Please do not throw chairs into the ring. Stop the chairs.
Cactus Jack was a master of the Falls Count Anywhere match. It allowed him to be at his very best, and that is exactly what I want here. Whether you take me into battle or side with Cactus, you need to know that you're going to be in for a fight. But proving yourself against CM Punk is just as valuable as proving yourself as CM Punk, so you win either way. And I get to live out my dream no matter what.
CM Punk is here, and he is ready to return to the extreme.
Falls Count count anywhere in the ECW arena against Cactus Jack. I have a feeling that Extreme will only be scratching the surface during this match.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
Taking nothing away from Punk, an ECW World Champion in his own right. Is he truly ready for tonight? Because the ECW that CM Punk was a part of and the ECW that Cactus Jack was a part of are two completely different breeds.
Very true, but Punk has always embodied the heart and soul of ECW, no matter what era. And we know he's got a big enough chip on his shoulder to want to prove that at any cost tonight.
What we should really worry about is what Cactus Jack plans to do to Punk's heart and soul tonight. Because if Cactus has his way, it won't be pretty. And it won't be for the faint of heart.
CM Punk ready to go to battle. Ready to stand toe-to-toe with ECW's infamous Cactus Jack.
A disturbed, violent man with his sights set on CM Punk.
From Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 287 pounds, Cactus Jack!
Whether it's in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Tokyo, Japan, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cactus Jack is revered as the most sacred of all hardcore icons around the world. And with the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation tonight, he might just drag CM Punk all the way around the globe during this match. Two men who have no problem making a show of force to get their message across.
And there is no better stipulation in no better venue to make such a show of force than a Falls Count Anywhere match in the ECW arena.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, I can't imagine what's going to happen next.
I can't wait to find out.
Oh man, through the table! Gets lifted into position.
No, not from there!
Don't do it!
That's it! Somebody find something to scrape their remains off the concrete.
What happens next is anyone's guess.
I can't wait to see.
Punk's got the Anaconda Vice in.
Cinching in the Anaconda Vice submission.
And you can see him struggling to break this hold.
Every second it's locked on.
Kneeing his way out. And he's free. Cactus Jack.
And a late pin attempt by Cactus Jack. And a kick out. No one saw that coming.
Diamond plate facial.
And CM Punk is in control.
Oh yeah, Punk's not backing down to Cactus here. Far from it.
CM Punk really trying to up the ante at this point as he climbs the turnbuckles and drags his opponent up there too. Arms hooked up. Oh God. The plunge! Will that sew this up for Punk?
Beautiful. Right into the cover.
There's two. Good Lord. CM Punk just defeated Cactus Jack in the ECW arena.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
What a violent match this was. CM Punk has to be feeling some kind of catharsis, making it through this and, most importantly, making it through Cactus Jack.
While Punk may have won the battle, but the thing about a sadist like Cactus Jack is that he has no problem soldiering on with the war.
Yeah, CM Punk and Cactus Jack just went through hell here. But we know for a fact that's where Cactus Jack feels most comfortable, win or lose. Punk deserves to celebrate, but he should also watch his back from now on.